Yeah. And welcome back to Mill Meadow for the second half here between Chalfont SP and Ware. Half-time score, Chalfont 0, Ware 1. I hope we find you suitably refreshed and ready for another 45 minutes plus of football here on 90 Minutes Live. Couple of changes for Chalfont, which we'll tell you about as we go along. As we did think that John Monday, who was the player who picked up the knock in the first half, wouldn't reappear at the beginning of this second, and that has turned, unfortunately for Chalfont, to be the case. Romario Jonas has come on for them, wearing the number 18 shirt, and the other player to go was Adam Roberts, the number 9, who has been replaced by Cahill Francis. So two changes very early on for Chalfont St Peter, both forced by injury, we think, as Lee Rose tussles for the ball, then goes to ground, but referee doesn't give anything. Chalfont kicking from right to left. Our commentary position here, right on the halfway line, right above. Well, I'm almost standing on the roof of the Chalfont dugout. So as we said in the first half, if you hear some things that maybe you shouldn't, we have to apologise for that. In fact, the manager Finley Johnson apologised before the game started, which I thought was a nice touch, as Marcus Milner turned it back for Finley Titchmarsh, crossing for Ala Ushti on the far side, as Jonas's first touch is to head the ball in the air. But it's Walters who threads it forwards, looking for Owen James, as Lewis Rose puts it over his head. Blake Darcy misses the ball and Tom Bruno comes away with it, giving the Ware line-up in when we get an appropriate break in play. Tommy Wade finds Finley Titchmarsh. Titchmarsh's ball through is not a good one, and Romario Jonas will give it to his skipper Luke Elliott. Elliott's long ball for Owen James on this near side will be collected by Callum Kitchkit. So Ware's line-up, just one change from the team that won at Bedfont this time last week. Back four of Finley Titchmarsh at right back. Two centre-backs of Lewis Rose and Dan Rumans, who's back, and Pat Adamson. Three-man midfield of Tom Bruno, Jordan Westcott and Lee Rose, and Marcus Milner on the right, Ala Ujdi on the left, and Tommy Wade between the pair of them, as Elliott's ball to the edge of the Ware area, where Kitchka will come out and clear to the halfway line. Penny Boxer lofts it forward, and Dan Romans is the first one to react and bring in Pat Adamson. Adamson's long ball forward, looking for Ala Ushti. Possibility here. Ala does well to bring it down. Hasn't got much in the way of support. Finds some now with Jordan Westcott midway inside the Chalfont half. Jordan for Finley Titchmarsh. Titchmarsh's ball for Tom Bruno. Bruno far side for Pat Adamson. Adamson's loses out as James Evans gets a boot in on that far side and sends Owen James on his bike. Owen James still going, picking up pace is the number 10. Super challenge by Tom Bruno. Got the ball all the way along, just as James was thinking he might pull the trigger. Ala Ushti on the halfway line, looks for Tommy Wade. Elliott's in the way. Thumps the ball out on the far side. Lady on the far side with the camera takes evasive action. Make sure you didn't get hit by the ball. And Pat Adamson will take the throw in for Paul Hall's team. On that far side, the Ware substitutes, by the way, George Casey, Reece Crowter, Albert Adu, Devontae Sims, and the new signing Yoav Sade are the five on the bench for Ware. Here's Marcus Milner against Khalud as well. Puts the ball out and for a throw-in to Ware midway inside the Chalfont St Peter half. Most of this game's been played inside the Chalfont St Peter half, but Ware lead by just a single goal to nil. Scored by Lewis Rose from Adamson's corner. We've had a look at it at half-time. Chalfont bench and supporters were incensed. They thought there was a foul on the goalkeeper. Well, we have to disagree, having looked at the replay. But Marcus Milner goes down, no doubt about that being a foul. Penny Boxer brings Milner down. And Tom Bruno's got a chance from midway inside the Chalfont half, right-hand side of the field. Tommy Wade's in there, so he's Lewis Rose. Dan Ruman's making his way up from the back as well. Lee Rose, Jordan Westcott as well, although Westcott actually is now making a late run into the box. Here's Bruno's free kick, but doesn't beat the first man, who's Kalu. Westcott will go and try and retrieve, but Walters is there before him. Walters does well, pulls the ball inside, but Adamson will be first to it. Looking for Tommy Wade. Wade does well. Lee Rose, though, hits the ball, and it lands at the feet of Evans. Here's Titchmarsh against Owen James, but James can only put the ball down the touchline and away for a throw-in. Looks like Chalfont are about to make another substitution here. Ricardo Greenaway is about to be introduced. So they will have made all their substitutes very early on. Ricardo Greenaway, 20-year-old former Edgware and Hendon player. It's going to be Blake Darcy who's going to come off. So Greenaway wearing the 14 comes on. So they've used all their substitutes. So Ware have still got a full complement in hand and no sign at the moment that Paul Halsey wants to change what is a winning lineup, but they're only holding on by a single goal. Need some insurance here. Throw to be taken by Finlay Titchmarsh on this near side. Down the line for Jordan Westcott. Westcott finds Titchmarsh again. Titchmarsh is beaten to it by Ashley Hunt, but it's going to be another throw in to Ware. Be taken on this near side of the field. Lewis Rose is going to take the throw in for the Blues now. Lewis Rose down the line looks for Lee Rose, but Jordan Westcott is there first. Challenge comes in from Banny Boxer, and Ware have themselves a throw in a little bit further up the touchline. Lewis Rose again will take it from right in front of us. Up in the air, looking for Tommy Wade. Real battle going on with Kalu, but the ball will break Ware's way, but Arusti's given it away. Up goes Jordan Westcott. And in the end, it's a free kick which has been awarded against Panny Boxer, which free kick to Ware. So Tom Bruno the chance again to cause some problems inside that Chalfont St Peter area. We've had 6 minutes of the second half here in Berkshire, where it's Chalfont St Peter 0, Ware 1. Tom Bruno with the free kick. Once again, can't beat the first man, but he'll break to Marcus Milner. Milner going right hand edge, tries to pull it across. Panny Boxer's in the way, but wherever corner. So Adamson again will take the corner with the left boot. And you can bet Lewis Rose will be fancying this on the far post, as he did when the goal went in. So they're all queuing up on that far post. Lee Rose, Tommy Wade, Lou Rose, Dan Ruman's all there. Jordan Westcott making a nuisance of himself inside the 6-yard box. So Adamson's corner will come from this right-hand side. Pat Adamson again curls it towards the near post, misses everybody. And in the end it'll be collected on that far side by Ricardo Greenaway. Oh, I only needed a touch. That would have been 2-0. Down the line, poor ball. Only picks out Tom Bruno. Bruno's ball forward, looking for Lee Rose. It's over the top of him. And Kalu will collect it and come away with it on this near side. Kalu's ball forward, though, is a loose one. Titchmarsh is in the way. Lou Rose for Jordan Westcott, who's got to stretch. He can't, because Walters is there first. But Alarousti picks his pocket. Finds Tommy Wade. Tommy Wade trying to wrestle it away from Kalu. Can't do so. Banny Boxer's got Owen James in here. 3 against 3 for a moment. Owen James going forward, but Finlay Titchmarsh watched the ball. But they're still going to get it across the box. Owen James shot blocked first of all by... Oh, and he's put it wide. First of all was blocked by Adamson. And then he's put it wide of the target. Probably Chalfont's best chance. Falling to number 10, Owen James. Well, where we're caught out. Kyle Francis, the substitute, who's gone into the centre forward position, involved in it as well. But in the end it comes to nothing, and Callum Kitchker will collect the ball for the goal kick. Couple of Ware substitutes. Devontae Sims and Albert Adu are warming up away to our left hand side. So whether got a feeling that Paul Halsey might fancy a change. Tommy Wade's been involved in bits of the game, but he hasn't really out-muscled this Chalfont back four the way he did against Bedfont last week. Long kick forward as Tom Bruno will... Owen James beats Bruno to it on the halfway line. And shot coming in from a long way out in the end by the substitute Gail Francis, but easy meet for Callum Kitchker. One bounce straight into the goalkeeper's chest. The more this goes on, the more slightly nervous I get that Ware need an insurance goal. As Kitchker kicks from the goal away to our left, another long high one to the edge of the area, and McCorkle will come out and collect it unchallenged. All been a bit scrappy start of the second half. We haven't had the territorial advantage they enjoyed in the first. So the ball cannons off for Dan Rumens, and Callum Kitchker comes out and collects. Rumens is very slow to get up, which is not a good sign, as he's just back from injury. As on that far side, Evans goes up with Ala Ujdi. Dan Rumens is back up now, so hopefully he's going to be okay. With Gareth Madden on the sidelines, as well as Dave Kendall, where do not want to lose another centre-back. As Pat Adamson will go to collect the ball on that far side of the field. The two Ware substitutes have been joined by George Casey now, so three of them warming up. As the throw from Adamson, he delays it, then looks for Tommy Wade, goes over Tommy's head. Lee Rose tries to head it back and set Wade up. Westcott diverts the ball to the edge of the area. Marcus Milner can't collect it, and Gardner thumps it away on this near side. Finlay Titchmarsh will chase it along with Ashley Hunt, and it's Hunt who puts it out for the throw-in to Ware. And Hunt stayed off the pitch here as the physio goes down for a run. And saying the last thing Ware needs is an injury. To be fair to Chalfont, the last thing they need is another injury. They've used all their subs. As Dan Rumens will push the ball, and actually Hunt seems to be a bit struggling a bit as he's come on. Here's Jordan Westcott to Finlay Titchmarsh. Titchmarsh for Tom Bruno on the halfway line. Bruno chips it down the line for Marcus Milner, who collects it on his chest, but Kalu, who's had a solid game at left back, gets in his way again. Throw in to be taken by Finlay Titchmarsh, finds Jordan Westcott. Westcott loses out, and Francis will bring in Banny Boxer. Boxer's ball to Walters, it's a decent one. Walters has got a run on, but he gives the ball away to Lee Rose. Lee Rose chips it forward, poor ball, Kalu in the way of it. Francis will bring it down. It's on that far side of the field. It's from Mario Jonas. Paddy Boxer, but Boxer's going to lose the ball to Alarousti, and could be possibility for Ware here. Jordan Westcott sent scurrying down the left-hand side. Ala's ball left him a lot to do, though. And in the end, it's just policed out of play by Romario Jonas. So a scruffy fair at the beginning of the second half continues. We've had 12 and a half minutes. Ware lead 1-0 if you just joined us on 90 minutes live from Berkshire. One of only two games in the pitching in Izmir League Division 1 South Central this afternoon. The other one at Tooting and Mitcham. So whatever happens, Ware are going to concede at Cuffley, and Welling Garden City under-23s finished 1-1 in the Hart Senior County League. Charlie Jones with a goal for the Citizens. As Marcus Milner comes forward down this right-hand side. Milner picking up a bit of pace, puts it across the box, and Lee Rose can't put his head to the ball. Good opportunity, but it skimmed off of Lee's forehead instead of going goalwards. That's the best Ware have looked in this second half. Milner away down the right, but Lee couldn't get the header. He's been playing this advanced role. He's always playing a number 10 role this afternoon, Lee Rose. Did spend part of his time as a centre forward, of course, so he knows all about playing as a striker. As Finlay Titchmarsh comes forward on this near side, but good tackle coming in from Cahill Francis. Titchmarsh looks for a little bit of action. The referee tells him to go back to the halfway line, so he does go back to the halfway line. Finlay Titchmarsh is right in front of us as he takes this throw in. Down the line, looking for Jordan Westcott, heads it back to the right back, whose control is poor, but he managed to snaffle it away from Owen James. Forward by Bruno, up in the air by Elliott, further on by Banny Boxer, and thumped clear by Kalu. Only as far as Dan Rumens. Rumens has got Pat Adamson in acres of space down the left-hand side. Here's Adamson, chips the ball into the box. Up goes Tommy Wade and Lee Rose. Neither of them get the ball, and it's fairly easy for Francis to clear on this near side of the field. Here's Cahill Francis going on a run against Finley Titchmarsh, and Titchmarsh once again gets the tackle in. He has looked solid as a rock this afternoon as the young fullback. It's going to be a throw in, which Brandon Kalu will take for Chalfont St Peter. Kalu's got Greenaway as the closest player to him, but decides to try and find Cahill Francis. Marcus Milner's in the way, and Milner just manages to nip the ball off of Owen James for a goal kick, which Callum Kitchker will take. Those three Ware subs still warming up. No signs at the moment of any particular change. Chalfont played 13 times here last season in the league. Won 6 of them, drew 3 and lost 4 on the way to 13th. Very much solid mid-table form from the team here. Nice little ground surrounded by trees just in the heart of the village, and once again, as I said in the first half, I must say thanks to the chairman and everybody here for being so obliging. When our game at Westfield, where we were going, was called off, they stepped into the breach, as it were, and even found us a couple of seats to sit on. As Albert Adu is coming back towards the Ware bench, I don't know whether it's going to signal a change. But Tommy Wade going in. Wade wins one tackle, and in the end the ball's belted against him by his fellow number 4, Penny Boxer. Romario Jonas on that far side finds James Evans. Evans forward for Kai Walters. Walters to the edge of the box for Ashley Hunt. Ashley Hunt, though, can't control the ball, and Lewis Rose should get it clear for Ware and does. Tommy Wade's caught going in the wrong direction, though. And so it's Romario Jonas who will put it back to his goalkeeper. I think I can see a little movement on the Ware bench. I've got a feeling Albert Adu is about to come on. I've got a feeling it'll be Tommy Wade who goes off as Luke Elliott coming forward. Elliott for Penny Boxer. Ware have got it well organised, and in the end it was a long kick forward by Greenaway onto the head of Dan Rumans. Tom Bruno thumps it forward looking for Tommy Wade. Wade's there with Jonas, but Elliott and Jonas in the end managed to sort it out. He's indeed Albert Adu who's about to come on when the ball goes out. Tommy Wade's gone down and stayed down, and just see here Kevin Coon's got the 16 on the board at the moment. Not quite sure what the other number's going to be, but I'll be mighty surprised if it isn't a number 4. As Callum Kitchker gets the ball, bowls it out. Tommy Wade is just sitting down inside the area for Chalfont St Peter, and Physio's about to come on, but Albert Adu's getting his final instructions, so I'm not sure whether it's going to be Tommy Wade that comes off. Looking at this, I don't know. Wade is protesting to the referee that he needs some treatment from the physio, who indeed now does come on. Albert continues the warming up exercises. He's been out injured, of course, but missed the game at Bedfont last week. Liam Hope's still out with that problem he picked up after that challenge in the first half at Staines. So we're just a little bit short. Got Devontae Sims, of course, who's come through the youth team, also on the bench. And Tommy Wade getting some treatment to looks like the right ankle may be the cause of the issue for Tommy. Waiting with the board here. So would seem to suggest if he was the player coming off, they would have raised that board by now, but we'll see. Could be a little bit of a change in tactic. They've gone very much with the two wide players in Milner on one side, Ala Ujdi on the other, and the big man through the middle. With the entrance of Albert Adu, this could be two up top. But it's going to be the board now, and it is in fact going to be a number 10 board that goes up, which means it's going to be Jordan Westcott who comes off. So that's an interesting change. Jordan Westcott is going to come off, despite the fact Tommy Wade is limping off, and Albert Adu is going to come on. I've got a feeling what that's going to mean is Lee Rose is going to move back and play more as a conventional midfielder as Jordan Westcott was, and Albert Adu is going to play just behind Tommy Wade. So not really a change in pattern as far as Paul Horsey is concerned. Change in personnel though. It's Ware make their first change with the introduction of Albert Adu. Tommy Wade waits to come on. Referee now says he can, and we're back up to a full complement. So in parts it's almost a 4-2-4 here now. Dalarushdi on one side and Marcus Milner on the other. They'll be expected to track back though. Ketchka's ball forward, almost first touch for Albert Adu, can't collect it. Lewis Rose will sky it on this near side. Milner does well to keep it in, hits his off Kalu, and Titchmarsh will let it run out for a throw in to Ware. Finlay Titchmarsh will take the throw in, gets it back off Marcus Milner, but in the end he couldn't do too much about it, and Gardner was in the way, and ball went out for a throw-in to Ware. Finlay Titchmarsh, once again down the line, good header back by Tommy Wade. Milner looks to bring in Albert Adu. Tommy Wade goes down under challenge from Guy Walker, and in the end the referee has given Chalfont a free kick. So Luke Elliott will take the free kick for the home side. 20 minutes have elapsed in this scrappy second half. It was a good take by Owen James. He's looked lively, the number 10, on this near side. Down the line and finds Kalu. Kalu's ball looks for Walker on the edge of the area, still coming forward. It's Greenaway. Greenaway pushes it back to Kalu. He's got a chance to get it in the box. Does put it in the box, but Lou Rose heads it out fairly comfortably for Ware. Panny Boxer and Tommy Wade hustling for the ball. It's Romario Jonas who puts it forward. It's Ashley Hunt. Seems to have run off that knock he got earlier on in this half. James Evans on that far side pushed it forward. But Owen James this time can't collect it. Tom Bruno's gone in with a full-blooded challenge on Kai Walters, it's got to be said. And once again, it all gets a little bit heated amongst the benches, as you can hear underneath. And it's getting a bit heated on the pitch. Well, it's got to be said, if Tom Bruno gets a red here, then there should have been one in the first half, because it was an almost identical tackle to the one that Adam Roberts put in on Finlay Titchmarsh. It was both the number 2s that have been involved. And they were very, very similar challenges. So we'll see what our referee, Mr. Moisey, does here. There's no doubt he's earning of a yellow card, but I don't think it's earning of any more based on what the referee did in the first half. But we'll see if we get some consistency from our referee here. But we also, of course, hope that James Evans can get up and play a further part in the game. That goes without saying, although, of course, I need to say it. As Bruno still waits on the far side, can't see the referee for a flurry of players. Temper has flared on that far side, but everything on that far side seems to be clearing itself a bit now for our referee, who's there with Tom Bruno. James Evans is sitting up, which is a good sign, getting more attention from the physio. He's now got the card out of his pocket. He's looking into his notebook, and this would seem to suggest that Tom Bruno is going to get a yellow card, quite rightly. But as James Evans looks like he's going to be able to continue, that's good news. And referee's still taking his time, and it is indeed a yellow card for Tom Bruno. Well, don't know what you thought about both challenges really, but one thing that players want from a referee is consistency, and at least he has shown consistency, because we had two very similar challenges and he's given a yellow card for both, when perhaps on another day a referee would have given the red for both. But Mr. Moisey has been consistent as Tom Bruno gets the yellow. And as a result of that, James Evans, by the way, is able to limp back onto the pitch. So that's good news as far as Chalfont are concerned. Rhys Crowther is one of two Ware substitutes warming up on this left-hand side again. And it's Owen James who's going to take the free kick for Chalfont. James's free kick can't beat Marcus Milner. Milner on that far side looks for scurrying Albert Adu, who can't keep it in. And Owen James will take the throw in and bring in James Evans, who's back to fitness. Evans is cross. Oh, Elliott goes down in the box, but nothing doing. And it's going to be a goal kick to Ware. So you'll have Sade and Reece Crowther are the two substitutes warming up for Ware. Possibility they might want to introduce Salarusti or Marcus Milner will probably be the likely candidates. Sawbridgeworth got one back now against Saffron Walden. Jake Noble and Gavin Cotman scored the goals for Saffron Walden. Not sure of the Robbins goal scorer, but they're back in the game. As McCorkill collects a rather hefty back pass, as well as the goalkeeper. Long one forward, headed back by Lewis Rose. Here's Tommy Wade. Wade gets away from Paddy Boxer, gets away from Jonas, but can't put the ball for Albert Adu. But here's Marcus Milner for Ware on the right-hand side. Milner trying to go around Kalu. He's had a really solid game. Finley Titchmarsh puts it in the box, and it's fairly easily cleared by Elliott for Ashley Hunt. Tom Bruno's there to pick his pocket, but Hunt deflects his clearance. And talking of clearances, well, that's brilliant cry from the Chalfont bench underneath us, who all shouted handball and then looked at each other and said, oh, he's the goalkeeper. So who says there's no humour in football these days? So there's everybody laughing at that one. It's going to be a free kick for Luke Elliott will take it. So a little bit of banter between the two managers, good humoured after that one. So we can conclude it did hit Callum Kitchker's arm, but he's allowed, as is Andy McCorkle, who will take the free kick. Long one forward onto the head of Lewis Rose. Marcus Milner will collect it. Kalui's constant shadow is there. This time Milner's got round him though. Danny Boxer in the way, and well, back in my day in football that would have been called obstruction. These days the other way is the referee's given Chalfont a free kick. Paddy Boxer got his body in the way of Marcus Milner, then fell over, and the referee gave a free kick. So interesting, but it's going to be a free kick anyway, which Luke Elliott, the number 5, will take. 26 minutes gone on 90 Minutes Live in association with East Arts Radio. Live football as we present on Saturdays and Tuesdays. Following our clubs from East Hertfordshire. Long kick forwards onto the head of Lewis Rose. Albert Adu is wrestling with Paddy Boxer. So he's given the ball away, but Marcus Milner does well to win it back. I don't think Albert Adu wanted it there, but Kalu manages to get it back, and on the halfway line is Paddy Boxer. Comes away and finds Kai Walters. Kai Walters' ball on the far side, only as far as Pat Adamson, who clears it deep into the Chalfont St Peter half. Well, rather like this morning's weather, the second half has not been pretty, but good part is that Ware still lead 1-0. Lewis Rose with Elliott almost gave it away to Tommy Wade, who put a boot out, but could only deflect it deep into the Chalfont half. Those two Ware substitutes still warming up. 18 minutes left. Lewis Rose heads it away from Hunt. Lee Rose finds Ala Ushdi on the far side, who's bundled to the ground by James Evans, but referee didn't seem interested in that. Here's Romario Jonas, who will play the ball inside the centre circle. Jonas will get the ball back from Greenaway. Here's Owen James. James on the far side for Kai Walters to James Evans. Nice little triangle between the three of them. Good tackle coming in, but Francis has got away from Dan Rumans, who then brings him down. More shouts. I think Dan Rumans might be in the book. There's no doubt he'd lost the ball and kicked out a little bit on Cahill Francis. And it's going to be a yellow card for Dan Rumans. So Tom Bruno and Dan Rumans both in the book. And they join Adam Roberts, who was booked in the first half, but didn't appear due to injury after the break. Owen James will take the free kick. It's probably in the pick for me, actually. I think Kalula, left back's had a really solid game, but Owen James has caused Ware problems, the little number 10. And he's going to be taking the free kick. Nothing change about to be made. Tommy Wade is about to come off, and Devontae Sims will be coming on when Ware have defended this free kick. So, referee still taking his time. Big Romario Jonas has come up from the back. He'll take some marking. And Greenaway's in there as well. Plenty of aerial presence. James slips over and the ball bounces off of Dan Ruman's head and straight into the arms of Callum Kishka. So young Devontae Sims waits to come on for Ware. As Callum Kishka waits to clear the ball from the goal away to our left-hand side. Kishka's long kick. Abadu's not really had a chance to get in the game as the back header from Romario Jonas lands in the arms of the keeper, Andy McCorkle. McCorkle drops the ball and then right-footed a thumping clearance to the edge of the Ware box where it meets Dan Ruman's head. Kai Walker will keep it in, nip it away over the head of Alaroushdi. Bring in James Evans. Evans further down the line looking for the dangerous Owen James. James plays inside for Gael Francis, who doesn't control it well, and in the end he seemed to be falling over when referee gave Chalfont a free kick. This could be dangerous for Ware here. 30 yards out, central position. Callum Kitcher will want to get his matter right with the wall. Devontae Sims still waits to come on, and very precisely, Owen James is putting the ball down. Don't think there's any doubt who fancies this one. Where I've got a four-man wall. Marcus Milner, Finlay Titchmarsh, Tom Bruno and Ala Ujdi. It's not the biggest of four-men walls with those four in it. Paddy Boggess's in space on the left-hand side here. Marcus Milner is just pointing an arm and Albert Adu comes out to provide the cover. It's going to be Owen James who's going to take this one for Chalfont St Peter in the 31st minute of the second half here. Callum Kitchka, has he got his angles right? James waits patiently. He's going to hit it with the left boot and skies it over the top, but it does get a deflection and goes behind for a corner. Coaching manual says never make a change at a corner. We know Nicky Irons and Welling Garden City loves to do that, but don't think Paul Wolsey is going to do it here. As Owen James is going to take the corner with the left boot, where I've left Tommy Wade forward. Albert Adu's there as well. James's corner into the near post, and Callum Kitchka has to do well to collect it. Don't know if he meant it, but doesn't get it beyond Tom Bruno. He's going to have another chance. Well, I've got a feeling James mishit that. But Callum Kitchka was alert. He's near post, but it could just have gone in. James's corner again, looking for the far post, well headed out by Dan Rumans. But Brandon Kalu coming forward, scuffs his shot across, linesman's flag goes up, offside, and it all comes to nothing, and here comes Devontae Sims. So Tommy Wade will make way to Devontae Sims, who's another one off the production line for Ware, and Sawbridgeworth have equalised. So 2-2. Sawbridgeworth against Saffron Walden Town, just what the Robins needed after their last couple of games. Maybe they can go and get a winner. Well, I wonder if Kieran Amos fancied another one from the halfway line. Well, we will wait and see. News of that, and all the football that did take place, and of course some real cracking games in midweek in the Essex Senior League will all be on Monday nights 90 minutes for myself and Simon Alamandi, who's manfully doing the Twitter as he always does this afternoon. And I guess 7 o'clock Monday night, right here where you're hearing this, will be Kit Brown from Hertford Town, as the header lands at the feet of Albert Adu, since Lee Rose going down the right-hand side. Here's Kalu with him. Lee Rose turns it inside, looking for Finlay Titchmarsh. Finlay's first touch for once lets him down, and in the end he bounces off for Kalu. And the referee gives a free kick. Oh, it's going to be a free kick to Chalfont. So Ware have used two of their substitutes. Chalfont have used, he used all three of theirs very early on. Long kick on this near side, which Lewis Rose will let go out of play. So Ware have got one change, but they could still make. It's very more conventional front two by the look of it now. Devontae Sims and Albert Adu. Marcus Milner on the right and Ala Ujdi on the left. As Lewis Rose will take the throw in. Tom Bruno forward, looking for Marcus Milner. Milner against Elliott on this right-hand side. Milner holds the ball up well, turns it in for Ala Ushti. Ala Ushti still with it. He's got Marcus Milner peeled over to the right, tries to get it across. Good block in the end coming in from Luke Elliott. There'll be a throw-in to Ware, which Finlay Titchmarsh will take. PA seems to be a little bit on time delay here on the announcing of the substitutions, but just announcing that Devontae Sims has come on for Tommy Wade as Walters gets the ball away from Ala Rushdi, but Ala does well to rob him again. Ala Rushdi still in control, goes down on one knee and he's still got the ball, but in the end it bounces off of his shin and goes behind for a goal kick. 10 minutes plus time added on for stoppages left here. Ware lead by a goal to nil. Sometimes you've got to win ugly, and that's exactly what they're doing at the moment. Hasn't been the prettiest. They've been a better team in the first half, had the chances. Second half, well, it's been a scrappy affair. Best chances have fallen really to Chalfont as Romario Jonas to the halfway line for Greenaway. Finds Elliott. Elliott forward for Owen James. Titchmarsh does well in the challenge. Kalu will find Greenaway again. Greenaway forward finds Walters, who's always offered himself this afternoon. Cahill Francis. Good ball to Banny Boxer on this near side. Banny Boxer's cross to the far post is a poor one though. And Pat Adamson will let it run out of play for a throw in to Ware. Paul Halsey pacing, scratching and giving his comments in the technical area away to the right hand side. Anybody wants to film a football manager and want to go through over 90 minutes, then do a lot worse than Paul Halsey on YouTube, I'll tell you. As Boxer pushes the ball forward, Bruno goes down and the shot is going to come in, long way out from Ashley Hunt and well over the top of Callum Kitchker's crossbar. Callum waits for a ball to be collected on this near side before he takes the kick. Linesman's got 7.5 normal time, which means his stopwatch and mine don't agree because I've got 8, but there we go. It's I should imagine there's going to be a couple of minutes left, so I think we've got about 10 minutes left here. A little bit of a conference inside the Ware technical area with Michael Bartle, Kevin Goon and Paul Halsey. Maybe about the third change. They've already made 2. Long ball forward. Devontae Sims can't collect it, but in the end it's Tom Bruno who does feed him. Here's Sims. Finds Ala Rushdi far side of the field. Rushdi with a run against James Evans. Rushdi pulls it back, brings in Tom Bruno. Go here would be Andy. Really would put this one to bed. Ala Rushdi. Rushdi finds Tom Bruno again. Tom Bruno into the box, long a high ball, but Lee Rose can't get on the end of it. Easy meat for the goalkeeper, and here's Owen James going in the opposite direction. And Marcus Milner ran a very long way. He didn't get the ball, but he did an excellent job of putting James off. Good commitment by Marcus Milner to the cause there. Adamson's given it straight to Owen James, though, as Panny Boxer chips it forwards, and Finlay Titchmarsh does well on the edge of the area as it was looking dangerous for a moment. Francis thought he was in there. Ware have given it away again. It's James once again hugging that right-hand touchline this time. Moves inside by Adamson, but Adamson shows too much experience as well. Devontae Sims trying to wrestle the ball away from Elliott. Devontae Sims does well. But in the end he loses out though, and Francis has a run against Titchmarsh, pulls it centre field. Here's Owen James. He'll fancy a shot here surely. Owen James still going. Owen James right hand side of the box. Great challenge by Finlay Titchmarsh. And again, excellent challenge by Titchmarsh, and once again we've had a challenge that's gone in by Francis. Titchmarsh on the recording end. Francis is pushed out on both Rose brothers, and no wonder you thought about that. You can't do what he did and reacting, and it's all got very, very tetchy. Finlay Titchmarsh, who was in the wars in the first half, is in the wars in the second half on the same ankle, and well, we'll see what the referee's going to do. When the referee sorts this out, Lewis Rose getting himself involved a little bit with Elliott and Callum Kitchker. It's still not all over there with Panny Boxer this time. Referee's got to get a little bit of a hold of this. The referee is going to wait. Francis is going to get some form of card, and we're about to see Yoav Sade, who's going to make his Ware debut. But the referee's got to sort this out. Hopefully Finlay Titchmarsh will be okay. I think he's had an excellent game, the young fullback, so it would be a real shame if it was ruined from this. I think Francis is going to get a booking because that's what the referee's been doing all game. Be surprised, but also surprised that maybe it wasn't more than a booking for his reaction, because he did push out 2 Ware players without a shadow of a doubt. Oh, it's a red! Well, it isn't. It is a red for Francis. Well, there we go. Gail Francis is gone. And I've got to say, I've got some sympathy with the referee there, because I don't think it was for the free kick. I think it was for his reaction. I think it was for his reaction in pushing both Rose brothers, and you can't do that. And that, I think, is why the referee has produced the red card. Chalfont are down to 10 men. There's a whole flurry of Chalfont players around their referee, Mr. Moisey. And with 5 minutes plus time added on left, it really has. Finlay Titchmarsh now is getting involved here on this side, and it all has got very, very ugly. Because Francis has lost his head here. They need to get him off the pitch, because he's goading Titchmarsh as if he almost dived. And it's getting very, very ugly. Paul Halsey is pulling Finlay Titchmarsh away. And there's a whole flurry of people. The bench has cleared here for Chalfont. And, well, we've had some great adverts for non-league football, but this is an ex-certificate one. This is not something we want to see. So many players around, all sorts going on here. And it's all resulted in a red card from the referee. So we'll see what the end result of this is still, because the referee's still there. Everybody's on the pitch, everybody's arguing, and there's absolutely no sign the game's going to go on at the moment. So, well, we'll all see what's going on. And suddenly, well, what is going on here with the manager now is gone. The manager's gone. And we're looking to see what's going on here. Wow. And we're still... Finlay Titchmarsh is about to go off, by the way, as a substitute. But we've had some unsavoury scenes here at Chalfont St Peter, to say the least. Ricardo Greenaway has been red-carded by our referee for the challenge on Finlay Titchmarsh. And, well, quite rightly, all hell has broken loose. In fact, it's going to be Ala Ujdi who's going to come off now. So, it's Ala Ujdi who will come off. Yoav Sade is about to come on. So, if Yoav Sade wondered what life in Izmir League Division 1 South Central was like, welcome indeed, Yoav. So the game is finally going to restart, I think, with a free kick on this near side of the field. Chalfont are down to 10 men. There's no doubt about that. And we're going to have a sizable chunk which is going to be added on. So Sade's gone wide right here, with Marcus Milner gone over to that left-hand side. And suddenly everyone's settled down, although we're also without, of course, the manager Finlay Johnson, who was sent off as Lee Rose heads it up in the air. It bounces to Devontae Sims on the edge of the area. Here's Sade. Sade again is down there and does well in his first touch as a Ware player. And Finlay Titchmarsh, who was inadvertently involved in it all going off, takes the throw in. He finds Devontae Sims. Sims down by the corner flag. Sims showing some good strength, wins Ware a corner. Corner to be taken. I'm not sure who's going to take this one. Pat Adamson's not going to take it, on the look of it. Ware are going to take their time about it. And no clue who's going to take the corner as we approach the last minute of the match. Chalfont St Peter down to 10. Corner to be taken by Tom Bruno on this near side of the field for Ware. So Bruno will take the corner. Ware have kept 3 back. Only Ashley Hunt forward for Chalfont. Can Tom Bruno do here? Marcus Milner's coming short, but doesn't fancy that option. Paul Halsey's looking at his watch. And corner driven in, but headed out easily to the edge of the area is Yolev Sade. Sade's ball, good ball to Tom Bruno on this near side. Bruno's impeded without a doubt by Kalou, but the referee doesn't give it. But Bruno sticks to his guns well, and in the end managed to keep the ball in play. Bruno's still going, but Paddy Boxer will clear via Elliott, only as far as Dan Rumans. Rumans will find Lee Rose. Lee Rose back to Finlay Titchmarsh. Titchmarsh with the left boot skies it towards Marcus Milner on that far side of the field. We're now entering time added on, which there will be again quite a bit for all those shenanigans. After it was Greenaway who got the red card. Owen James is beaten to it by Pat Adamson. James goes down under challenge, and once again, every time someone goes down, everyone's screaming for a card here. Romario Jonas is the latest player to go down in a heap on the edge of the Chalfont penalty area. And 2-2 it's finished. So Ridgeworth Town and Saffron Walden Town. So it sounds a cracking local derby. Robins were 2-0 down. At least got a bit of face back after a very poor week for them. So getting a little bit back on track there. So meanwhile here, we've had a game that's gone seriously off track in the last 10 minutes. All resulted in Ricardo Greenaway's red card for the challenge on Finlay Titchmarsh. And McCorkill will now take the free kick from midway inside his own half. Referee's looking at his watch. Imagine we've got at least 3 minutes left, I would think. McCorkill's kick is everybody misses it, and in the end it's Finlay Titchmarsh who just puts a boot out and thumps it out on that far side. We'll of course get the thoughts of Paul Halsey after this one, which you can hear on Monday night's 90 minutes, and they will be interesting as ever, I feel, as the ball comes across the box, and oh dear, Elliott was in there in a good position, but linesman's flag was up as the ball went out for a throw in. How long is saying Tommy Wade? He was up there with my stopwatch. He'd see we'd already played nearly 2 over the top. As Callum Kishka, well, if there's 5 left, we're going to play 7 over the top. So no VAR here as well either. There's going to be additional 5 minutes having played already, an additional 2. So Elliott heads it back for Tom Bruno. Bruno looking for Devontae Sims. There was linesman's flag up the far side. Lee Rose, in fact, it's going to be pulled back for the offside decision. If you lost count in it, it's 10 against 11, but we're leading 1-0. Goal coming as early as the 25th minute from Lewis Rose. We've had a sending off. We've had some really heavy duty tackles. And we've also had a dog on the pitch. So we've had just about everything here in Berkshire. Long kick forwards and lands with Owen James, and Lewis Rose did a very good job there. Because Ware could have been in trouble. Ball goes out on this near side. Romario Jonas will find Kalou, the left fullback. Decent cross into the box. Dan Rumans heads it up in the air. Callum Kitchker cannot stop it going over for a corner. So a corner for the home side here. It's going to be taken by Owen James on that far side, and the keeper's come up. So here comes McCorkle. Devontae Sims is forward. Nice hockey balance. Chalfont and Peter have pulled their netminder. So let's see what happens with the corner. Corner comes across, headed out by Lewis Rose. Albert Adu now. The goalkeeper's got a long way to go back. Albert Adu trying to find Devontae Sims. If Devontae Sims can get hold of this, there's nobody in the goal. Devontae Sims turns inside, left foot, is cleared off the line by James Evans. Well, oh dear, McCorkle was busting a gut to get back in there. He couldn't, and his fullback got him out of trouble. But this time it's Ware that get themselves a corner at the other end. Well, Tom Bruno is... I can't know who's going to take it. Do you want me to take it, says Tom Bruno to Bill Wolsey. The answer is yes. And just give you a little bit of idea that Ware want to hold on to this lead. They've got 4 defenders back at a corner here. But, Tom Bruno and Lee Rose down on this near side. As I make it, we've probably still got 3 minutes left.
Concentrate!
Bruno there with Lee Rose. Going to try and keep it down in the corner. By the look of it here. But, and they are down by the corner flag, and in the end it's hit out by Kalu for a throw-in to Ware, which Tom Bruno will take. It's been a bruising encounter in parts, this. But sometimes, I was saying earlier, sometimes you've got to win games ugly. And this has been ugly in the second half, particularly as the ball on this near side. Sade, the substitute, trying to keep it in. Lee Rose is down there as well. And it's all down by that corner flag. Sade goes down. In fact, Lee Rose goes down. It's going to be a free kick to Ware. So more time comes off the clock. I think we've still perhaps got about a minute and a half. So it's going to be a free kick to Ware. Albert Adou's down there as well with Lee Rose. And I think everything is going to be... The referee is telling Chalfont players to be 10 yards back, but I think they're just going to be herring towards the ball at the corner flag, no matter what happens here. So... Once again, Lee Rose tries to hold it up down by the corner flag, and he, in fact, gives the ball away. So it's a throw into Chalfont. Okay, we're approaching the last minute here. Last chance saloon for the home side, but no chance in the end because Ware have held on. A bad-tempered encounter in parts. The only goal of the game coming 25 minutes in. Chalfont ending with 10 men after Ricardo Greenaway was sent off. And a game which also saw the Chalfont manager, of course, Finlay Johnson, red carded, has ended here. Chalfont St Peter 0, Ware 1, Ware second. Away win on the trot. They'll be at home this time next week against Uxbridge in Izmir League Division 1 South Central. And, of course, news of that and all the other games next weekend. A real cracker going to come off at Hertford as well. Hertford against Harlow in the local derby. Welwyn Garden City going to Tame United. They'll all be featured on 90 Minutes Live this time next week, but this week on 90 Minutes Live. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it, particularly, of course, if you're from East Herts territory. Join us on Monday night. Kit Brown from Hertford Town will be our guest on 90 Minutes, but for now, leave you with a full-time score here from Berkshire, where it finished Chalfont St Peter 0, Ware 1.